How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. So, I also hope you guys enjoyed the new intro for the Jujutsu Kaisen videos on the channel. I figured it was a little inappropriate to have Zoro all over the Jujutsu Kaisen video, so now we got Yuji. A little bit more appropriate. Alright, so, anyway, this should be a pretty quick one. It's inverse from, what was his name? Old hobbit-looking dwarf dude from the Shibuya incident. I can't remember the dude's name. It's not important. We're talking about his curse technique, not his name. Anyway, he fought Yuji and Megumi, and for some reason, all their really strong attacks weren't doing anything. It's like the guy was invincible. Well, that's because his curse technique inverse, pretty self-explanatory, or at least very easy to explain, makes strong attacks weak against him and weak attacks strong against him. So if you wound back and hit him as hard as you could, it wouldn't do nothing. But if you did like a quick little boop, just a little quick jab, just a little beep, straight to the nose, it would hurt so bad. It's like Mike Tyson is just wailing on you and you have nothing to do but just stand against a concrete wall to absorb all the just impact. Like that, yeah, that's it. You hit him soft, hurts a lot. Hit him hard, doesn't do nothing. Now, because this would be a little wonky without some limitations to it, there is a minimum amount of force you have to reach. You can't just touch him like that and just blow him halfway across the earth. That wouldn't really work. Megumi stated in the manga that air pressure would kill him. So you walk outside with inverse active and a breeze just kills you. Terrible curse technique. So no, there is a limit to how hard you have to hit before you can hit that weak threshold, and you can go above the strong threshold. It's just it has to be an absurdly strong hit. Yeah, strong is weak, weak is strong. So I guess instead of talking more about the technique to explain it, because there's nothing more to explain, that's it. It's just there's limits and everything's swapped. So yeah, that's it. What did we do in the series? How was it done to make it more interesting for the time that it was around? Because this guy was not around very much. Obviously, you get to see Yuji and Megumi just going to town. Yuji's swinging on him. Megumi's pulling out Cone Totality, having that thing literally swipe down across this dude's face. A giant Mega Power werewolf just hit him in the face as hard as he could with his claws. Remember, back in, like, the Kyoto Sister School event, way back then, Cone Totality could hurt Hanami. And, yeah, I'm just gonna say right now, Megumi was a lot stronger in the Shibuya incident. So, anyway, getting past this. Yeah, they're hitting him with all this stuff. Max Elephant drops on top of him. Yuji threw a car at him. Yeah, I can't wait for that to be animated. I love the fact that Yuji just like throws and punches cars around during and after the Shibuya incident. Absolutely wonderful touch, Akutami. Good job. Anyway, they're doing this stuff. Nothing happens to the dude at all. However, when Megumi does use, well, actually before Megumi used Rabbit Escape, he tried lying to him. Well, he lied to him on purpose and say, Gojo's here in Shibuya, you might want to get out of here. So the guy told him, he's like, if Gojo was here, I'd be in my bed. You guys already said he was sealed, so what am I worried about? So that told Megumi a key piece of information. He could not beat Gojo. That means there is a way around his technique. It can't be something as OP as just damage nullification, which was Megumi's, maybe not first guess, but the first like quick idea that popped into his head. Like, is this just damage nullification? No, he found out that, okay, that's proof that Gojo can't beat him. So, that means Gojo is either strong enough or really complicated techniques are a disadvantage for an inverse user. Also, on top of this, he used Rabbit Escape, and instead of running at Megumi and Yuji when the rabbits were coming at him, he stayed place and stayed on guard. There's no reason for a normal person to stay on guard when rabbits are just running past them. The rabbits weren't attacking, they were just scurrying past him like a bunch of rabbits, and he wouldn't move forward. That is very telling. On top of this, in chapter 97, after all of these things occurred, Megumi told us that his glancing blow that was knocked off kilter did more damage, while Yuji's extremely strong attack that did not get hit off kilter. It was a main, just all right there, took full force, and it didn't do anything. So these three really key pieces of information allowed Megami to figure out the effects of inverse, the fact that they needed to hit him weakly but strong enough to meet the threshold, yet not get to the point where it starts negatively affecting their power. So, while Yuji and Megami were swinging at the guy using inverse, I'm sorry, I cannot remember his name right now. I'm not reopening the internet to re-look up the guy's name. I did it earlier and I forgot. Anyway, doesn't matter. They're attacking him, and Megami has a toad off to the side, just flick its tongue out and hit the dude. Now, it's a toad Shikigami. It's a very large toad. It's still got some power to it. If that toad hit one of us, we'd be down. We'd be calling the hospital. A toad hits him in the gut. This is when he first starts to figure out that they have figured out his curse technique, and they just start all attacking him at the same time. The toad, Yuji, Megami just going to town, mixing in heavy attacks with light attacks. And then finally, Yuji ends the fight by going in with a lot of cursed energy around his fist, making him think that this is going to be a really powerful attack. Yuji, being very skilled at hand-to-hand combat, goes in full bore and then stops right before impact just to restart the punch. Well, if it's mid-punch and then you restart it, it's not going to have that much power to it. So, Yuji hit him with just a little bit of follow-through after completely stopping his punch, and that actually took the guy completely out. Dude was done. I don't think we've seen him again since then. And yeah, that was the inverse user and the inverse curse technique. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.